Alright, so this video is going to show you how to easily construct a circular window instead of using components. And I'm kind of a proponent of this because you can determine the size and easily pop a hole out in one of your walls and make sure that everything fits and everything's copacetic. So go ahead and use this measuring tool, and I want to measure from here to here, and it looks like it's about almost 5 feet, and I want to make sure I have room for this, and so I don't want to make a radius of a circular window the same exact length. There needs to be room for materials, support materials like columns, 2x4s and stuff, and to be able to be support this window and the rest of the house if this is like a second-story house. So I always say, like 4 inches on each side should be good enough. And so I'm going to go ahead and 4 inches. There we go. And there we go, 4 inches. And so now, when I do this measurement, I let the software do. I don't necessarily have to calculate it in my head. And so, okay, so we got 4 feet, 3.5 inches. I don't need a window that big. I'm thinking 3 feet in diameter, maybe even 2 feet in diameter. So let's just do 3 feet. And I like to do my windows as a component, just in case I need to change anything. I can change it and it'll change throughout. And so right here what I'm doing is I'm giving myself construction line work so I can see what I need to work with over here. And I want to make sure that this is the same height. And so I want to start from here and probably go down 3 feet. 6 inches. I think that's good. I think that's okay for a window. And I might scooch it down a little bit. Not sure. But I think that's good. That might be good. Okay, so I know that I need 18 inches to have a 3-foot diameter window. So I'm going to go ahead and click on the top view, and that way I can zoom in easier. And what I want to do is I want to make a frame around this disc. And so the easiest way that I like to do this is I'm going to do so I'm going to do a line, and so this wall, we need to determine the wall thickness. And if you design this, you should already know, wrong tool, 6 inches. Okay. And so I'm going to go 3 inches this way, 3 inches this way, and actually probably a little bit more. So I'm going to probably go 3.5 inches. You know what? I'm going to do 4 inches. 4 inches this way, and 4 inches this way. Nope, changed my mind on that. Delete. Let's do 5 inches here and 5 inches here. The reason why I'm doing this is because let's do this. Let me show you what my thought process is. This is the wall. This is the wall thickness. And this frame of this window is going to hold this window pane. And I'm going to draw some decorative molding for this. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a series of arches. And now I don't have any particular molding in mind. I'm just, for the sake of this video, just kind of making it up as I go. And you also have to be careful with, when creating this geometry, that it doesn't, we can't tell until we move sideways that everything's flush. Sometimes when I do this, I go and make an arch, and then all of a sudden it's 50 feet below my intended arch. Okay, now it's complete. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this, move, Control, and I'm just going to move this here. Hit the scale, S for scale, on my left click, drag, type in -1, and this is how I mirror. Move again, and now go. So I'm going to erase these lines. Don't need them. Move. Copy. And then now I'm going to rotate this. So I'm with the letter Q. I'm trying to get on. There we go. The red. Now I'm zoom back out. Take it onto the blue axis. Let me erase this line. Now let me grab this. I'm going to take a copy because I'm paranoid about messing up originals. And so I like to make copies of everything. Now I'm going to use the Follow Me tool. And for whatever reason, there we go. Sometimes the Follow Me tool gets stuck, and that's okay. Okay, so now I have the Follow Me tool. And now I have my tire. No, my window. I could very well take this. I can offset this by 1 inch. Let's erase this, and extend these lines. Okay. There we go. Do the same thing on this side. 1 inch. Erase this. Don't need that. Don't need that. Extend this line. Go. And I can do the same over here. That is awful. I don't know what I did. There we go. That makes more sense. Okay, so offset 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch, 1 inch. Now, I don't need these. I don't need this. But I do need these lines. So I'm keeping those. I'm just extending the lines. And what I'm doing is I'm making sure that the window that I'm creating has reverse faces. Push pull that out. Let's just pull it out an inch. And there you have it. So I'm going under here to make sure that I can see, or maybe add okay, never mind. Anyway, what I kind of wanted to do was add both sides. And I know if I push pull on this side, it's not going to work. So maybe I can use a rectangle. There we go. It's not going to be perfect, but it will do. It will fool the eye just enough, and I'm okay with that. There we go. Okay. Let me clean this up. Push pull, and now I can do 1 inch on this side. And all I want to do is match what was going on both sides. So, materials. let's do not window coverings, glass mirrors. Let's do a translucent gray. So now you can see that it is, in fact, a window. I'm not going to worry about these little lines. So if you hit the letter K, it allows you to see through and erase things that you want to clean up. Be careful. The dashed lines represent hidden lines, so you don't want to erase those. Yep, I just erased the plan. Okay, so hit the letter K again, and now, oh yeah, see? Can't erase everything. So letter K. There we go. Escape. K again. Oh, that's good enough. Okay. And now, since this is going to be a component, let's make it a component. Make a component. 3-foot diameter window. Done. Now I could rotate this. Actually, before I rotate it, let me copy it. Again, it's just a paranoia that I have. About doing something that could potentially mess up the original. Alright, so it looks like oh wow. So it looks like I might have an issue with putting a hole right there. And I already have this set up. So what I'm going to do is do a circle, same size, 18-inch diameter, radius, I'm sorry. And I'm going to use the push-pull. And now I am going to take this whole thing. I'm going to make it a component. Doesn't matter what I call it, because I'm just going to delete it. Put it on its blue axis. I'm going to move it. Let's grab it. There we go. Turn it around. And let's put that up in the, slide this in. And I am going to hit the space bar, right click, let me explode this component. Now I'm going to right click and where's it at? Intersect faces with model. So click that, intersect face with model. Go back on this side, do the same thing. Right click, intersect faces with model. And now I can go and just delete this. Delete. I do not know what happened. Why is this not deleting? It should have. Alright, I'm just going to erase this. Yeah, that's one way to do it. So for some odd reason, this is not aligned with this. And I'm trying to force it, and it's just not working. So let's see. So notice how this is white and all this is gray. If I reverse the faces, I'm able to do stuff. If I keep it how it is, I'm not able to do things. So now I can pop this out. And now I can erase this. Erase that. Erase that. Remove this. And again, what I'm doing is I'm doing construction lines. I want to be able to grab where I need to grab. And so I'm going to move from here to and double check that. Yeah, that works out. So I can erase all this line. Ooh, something happened. Yeah. So sometimes that happens where you go to delete a line and for whatever reason it's connected to something and it deletes everything. So what you can do is right click, hide, right click, hide, and it looks looks like there might be a second line hide. And there you go. That is how you can. Oop, I might need to move this a little bit. Perfect. And now it's aligned. And that's it.